Hello and welcome to what is going to be a Christmas special of this disaster series, which means it's really going to be painful. So I have been set the challenge by Jay's Toy Collection UK to get this built in 8 hours. So what we are going to do in today's upload, we're not going to move anything. You are going to witness me painfully try and put this thing together over the next 8 hours. So the current time is 12:47. I wanted to try and get this started at 11 o'clock this morning. So that's really not gone well. But apparently there are I need to do 412 pieces an hour, which is roughly, in 8 hours, is 7 pieces per minute, roughly. So I'll say that one more time. 412 pieces per hour over 8 hours is 7 pieces per minute, roughly. And that includes opening the bags and everything else. But what wasn't stated was opening the box. So what we're going to do together now is we're going to get this box open. So this is going to be almost like our little unboxing bit. And I'm going to stagger all the bags out, which I've never done before. See how many bags there are. Sort of soak in the instruction booklet ever so slightly with you guys and girls. And then on the hour, every hour, I will give you a progress update of where this is at. And then at the end of this video, depending on how long it takes, today we will get it placed in a rough position somewhere over here, because I have just started to throw all of this stuff over. This was never and ever planned, but again, Jay's Toy Collection UK has spent roughly 8 hours sorting out his whole Star Wars display this weekend, so he's given me 8 hours to try and get this gunship built. And then there will be a full unboxing comparison video of this and probably the other gunship to come over the Christmas period. So I guess first thing first is I need to get the box open, and then we need to see exactly what is what. So super importantly, my lunch and dinner is here. So half a bar for lunch with one drink, half a bar with the other drink for tea. So like I said, 8 hours includes food as well, which is, I thought, was a little bit nasty. Now I have absolutely no idea how many bags are in here. I've just ripped the tags and stuff off, so we will see exactly what is what. So like I said, I will sort all of these out. There's got to be a big white box in there, which there is. So next thing you will find me is there'll be space, and hopefully all these bags will be in number order, and then we can just crack on. But if you're wondering what this disaster series is all about, basically, long story short, the floor fell through. It had a very big hole. Everything that you see is going to be turned back into a theme park sooner rather than later. We are in the process of putting it together. In the last couple of uploads, we've just been working on that back run just there and put the alleyway and stuff in. So all of this needs to move. But in that time frame, the floor's fallen through, it's been fixed. I've changed the area. That had a leak. Oh, I had to come back up here. That's hence why all the boxes are up here. This was never ever supposed to be a building area / unboxing area. And I am now going to be building a UCS set in here, but at least it only needs to move to the table beside. So that is absolutely fine. So there is a full series of my life, and this all available in the playlist. If you want to watch it all the way back from episode number 1, I will link that to the end of this video. But today, Christmas special, 8-hour challenge. Can we get this done, and can we get this built? Right, before I organise the bags quickly, how bad is this instruction booklet? Absolutely massive. Look at the girth on that. This thing is silly big. So luckily though, it's not the meter length like it would have been in the actual other UCS sets. So hopefully there's just more pages rather than loads and loads of steps. Like normal, we'll go over this in all the unboxing. You've got really nice artwork there of the Clone Wars, and then you have all of the different bits and pieces on the inside, and then you've got about the gunship itself, and you've got some really nice concept art just in there. Look at all the guns and everything. So this will be much bigger detail in the unboxing videos. Like I said, there'll be a comparison, but bag-wise, how many are we at? So the first 4 bags make the shaft, 5, 6, 7 is that bit, 9, 10, 11, 12 is that bit, and then I'm assuming it's going to be the wings for 13 to 16. So there's 17 bag numbers. Now, what I'm slightly concerned of is that there's going to be loads and loads of the same number, and I hate that. I despise having to open up loads of bags and having hundreds of pieces on a table, because it takes forever to find it. I much prefer smaller bags, and you can get through them quickly. I just don't like having lots and lots of the same number. So, fingers crossed that's not going to be the case, because there's bags on the floor because they've just fallen out the bag, and then there's these bags as well. So, fingers crossed, it should be okay. He says. Right, we are all sorted, and I've just been given a delivery, which is exciting. So that is going to be something we'll unbox at the end. They are all sorted. Now, there is quite a lot of bags, and there's like 3 or 4 of the same number with inner bags as well. So that's going to get emotional as we get later on. I've got a funny feeling it might be the wings, but I'm guessing you just do both sides, but they've got them all in one bag. Stopwatches at the ready. We've got 2 1 bags. I will hit start before I open up the first bag, obviously, because I think that is under the rules and regulations. That can go down somewhere under there to start with. Now, on the hour, every hour, I will catch up with myself, and then we'll just do a quick... It's got to be quick because I've got to show you where I am every hour within the hours as well. I haven't been allocated any more time whatsoever. I think this is slightly unfair. Also, there is a sticker sheet just here. Toilet breaks. Might be a bottle, just so I don't have to run all the way down to the or all the way down to come back up again. But we will see exactly where we're at. Stopwatch is on, and I will catch back up with you in an hour. 2 bags down, and we're 56 minutes and 40 seconds in. It's looking smart. I've got to be quick. I think I've started strong, but hopefully not too strong. And I think it does look rather smart. So that is that, and I need to carry on. We're getting close to the 2 hour mark, and it is getting larger and larger. Loads of details on the front. Look at the balls and shafts at the front of this. This thing looks incredible. That green is extremely vibrant. So we are currently on page 146, step 212. The chocolate's been demolished, the can's been demolished, and I have a long way to go because, as you can see, we are getting close to bag number 6. We have just broken the 3 hour window. Bag 7 is nearly complete, and look at the back of this flap here as well. So all of this is all built up. It's a beautiful looking thing, and there's lots and lots of detail going on. So I am getting there slowly. I am on page 204, step 330, still on the first can, and just over halfway through that chocolate. So that was that bit just added. I'll show you this just in case I can't show you in more detail. That's all went down first. That's really nice. That is your rear flap. Need to figure out how I can actually keep that up, because there seems to be a little bit of weight on that at the moment, so it must click in somewhere, but I just want to push it too hard because I don't want to break it, and that's what that's looking like from the back. But this thing is getting bigger and bigger, but it is very sturdy, so I've got absolutely no problem throwing this one around. Nothing's actually fallen off it yet. You can see how all on the inside of the shaft there, you've got all the different pins. It is definitely a set that if you are off by a stud, you will have to take it apart and redo it though. We are getting close to the 4 hour mark. We're 3 hours and 48 minutes in, and it is getting bigger and bigger. I've just stopped for some more chocolate and finish off that drink. Now, loads and loads of details. You can see this is a really cool piece. You've got all these two on top. It's just getting much bigger. So I am about to start bag number 9. We are on step, and I get to the right bit because this is a bit that's just gone a little bit wrong. I had to push the pin in, and what I've done is I pushed the pin in on the one side, as you can see here where it goes in. This bit has just pinged off, and I need to find the piece, but I'm going to do that right at the end, otherwise it's going to eat into too much time. But everything else is completely done, so bag number 9 starts at page 251, and it is step 389. As I know what I'm like, I found it. So it was actually inside the ship, so that is complete on that side, wrap it around, and that is now complete on that side, and it is getting massive. Standard for a disaster series, something's going to go wrong, and it has. This time it's time, and it is out of my hands. I have to stop and now shoot off and go somewhere, so this is now not going to be done in 8 hours unbroken, which is a nightmare. I'm at 4 hours and 15 minutes, so it does mean that I can write that down, and I will just carry on from exactly where I'm going to leave off. Hopefully I can do it in one more big stint. If not, it'll be done over 2 days. But for you, it will just be a blink of an eye. Right, we are a completely different day. So that says 4 hours, 16 minutes and 20 seconds, which is where I did pause. And I've actually not touched the stopwatch since. However, today is now Thursday, and we started this on Sunday. So it's technically 8 hour challenge of building, just not 8 hours in one day. So technically I failed because we're like 78 hours in or something stupid. So we got 3 hours and just under 45 minutes left to try and get this finished. So I've now got to remember where I'm at. This is the first time back up in this room. I have just finished for Christmas as well, which is perfect. So I can now relax a little bit, and I have actually, we'll do a bit of a mid unboxing, so I have got another delivery coming in this one as well, so we'll have a look at that one at the end. This is what turned up, so this is what I said we'll have a look at the end of the video. We'll actually have a quick look at this now, and we'll compare this to the other delivery in a short while as well. This is item number 75310. Jay's Toy Collection UK managed to find this for me online, and this is going to look very nice in the display, because don't forget, we have to make all of that room. But what I will do is I'll catch back up with myself when that stopwatch hits the 5 hour window. We're just a couple more minutes in, and look, all the technical pieces at the moment are all working fine. So I haven't yet messed it up, but I'm sure I have plenty of time. That is that bag down, 4 hours, 48 minutes into this little challenge. I say little challenge. And that was a disaster. I ended up doing something really badly wrong, ripping it apart. So I'm about to start bag number 10, and there's 17 bags in total. So start doing the maths. I've got 3 hours and 10 minutes left, and these bags seem to be quite big, but you've got quite a few 13s, quite a few 14s, and the problem I've got, is what I don't like when you have the biggest sets with loads and loads of bags, is all the pieces piled on top of each other, and we don't have the space the Americans have in the UK to have them all nicely spaced out. So all I do is just pour them on the table. Anyway, that's more time I've wasted. Let's try and get on to bag number 10. So I will catch up with you when this timer hits 6 hours. Right, the time is now just wasting away, and I am on page 206, step 484. This piece is supposed to attach to this bit. Now, this bit was attached, it came off, and what it's done, it's taken the Technic piece out of the pipe. If anybody watched what happened when I did that with the Falcon, I threw it against the wall. Very, very close from doing that now. I can't get the pins back in because everything else is built around it. So I'm not 100% sure what to do. And I've got a very, very funny feeling this is all off by a stud anyway, because you cannot, for love or money, tell where this bit here is supposed to go. That is one downfall. I've said this with the Falcon instructions as well. They're almost in places impossible to see because you are technically doing it blind. And I just cannot get a grip of where that is supposed to go. I don't know if it lines up or what, but I need to get these pins in. Now, honestly, I've spent a good 15 minutes messing around just building this little bit already. Bag 10 went like an absolute dream. Straight into bag 11. And I've got to do this on both sides. Just for me personally, it just zaps all the enjoyment out of doing it, and instantly puts me off buying any more UCS Star Wars sets, because it did this with the Falcon. You've got to take it all apart and do it again because you cannot reach. I'll see what I can do. If not, we'll move on to something else. Right, I have lost a serious amount of time with this. Don't forget, this is supposed to be a challenge and fun, and there's nothing enjoyable about this now whatsoever. So I have just managed to pop those, there we go, pop that final pin back in. Half the bits and pieces have fallen off. Now, it really annoys me when you push a pin in too hard and then it takes a part of the Lego stuff. But that's my massive pet hate with Star Wars UCS sets. Now, the only thing that fell off was this. That's the bit that should, he says, no, that is the bit that should now just pop back in there, and then that bit connects back on. So you have got like this double flap, which to be honest, I actually forgot to show you guys and girls anyway. And then the gun's just fallen off, which is this long shaft just here. So that's the bit that goes on. All of that fell off and unclipped itself while I was trying to push that back together. So I need to make back up time because I'm already at the 5.5 hour mark now. I've lost far too much time, but luckily I didn't have to strip all of that apart. I just hope this side flap fits. Right, it's taken far too long and I've lost the will to live, but the door is on, so that's where it goes. I would imagine that gap will all get covered up because there's all these pins and everything for bits and pieces. That's the back gun. I am only on bag number 12 and I'm about to break 6 hours. I've spent an hour and a bit doing 2 bags because it just keeps falling apart. What a moron. But we'll carry on. We'll see where we get to at the 8 hour mark. If I've failed, fine, because I can actually then move on with my life. If I get it finished, fantastic. It just then means I've got to tidy up all of this before it gets placed. Right, we are paused at 6 hours and 26 minutes. I need to shoot off and come back and carry on. Hopefully I can do that today. If not, we'll just wait for a different day. Now, annoyingly, we are at the biggest the ship is at, and we have the most bags open as well. So there are actually 3 bag 13s, and there's going to be 3 inner bags as well. So there's literally no space on the table, and the ship is at its largest. Whereas at the very start of the build, we're only doing 1 bag at a time. I'd rather there just be 18 bag numbers and half the 13s and half the 14s, but it does look like it is one very large flap, so I don't think there's too much they could have done about that. But at the same time, I don't really have the space at the moment, so I need to move some bits and pieces, I think, to get this monstrosity over to the next table as well. Then hopefully I'll be able to carry on. Right, I've repaused it at 7 hours and 1 minute because we're getting fruity now. So this is the size of the wing. This thing is absolutely enormous. Now, obviously, I've got 2 wings to do. That was a pain, by the way, but it's 3 bags for 14. Then there is only 1 15, so that should be a quick build. 2 small 16s, and then the stand for 17. So I have 58 minutes and 20 seconds. To see if I can finish this off. It is literally, I think I'm going to be somewhere in bag 17 which is the stand. Now, hopefully, normally I'm not too bad with Technic. I can build that quite quickly and it should be spread out nicely. But I've got my rocket fuel. I've got a different flavour this time. So I'm going to neck that. As long as this, as long as this goes in here smoothly enough to take the weight of this huge monstrosity of a wing. And you can see it's got all the rockets and everything. And as long as I've got those things lined up, we should be good to go. But this bag went very, very quickly. But I am about to start bag number 14. I'm on page 395 and I will catch up with you with half an hour to go. 7 hours and 32 minutes into this challenge and that wing is done. So this is going to come right down to the wire now because I've got 115, 2 16s and a 17. There's no way I can do 3 bags in half an hour. But this other wing is done. This thing is enormous. It is ridiculously big. I've got to figure out how all the wings and everything move. Luckily, this pin went in okay, but look at it. It's, well, it's wider than the width of the table with only 1 wing on. So this is going to be very, very interesting. But I am going to display it on this table lengthwise, so it should be fine. Then obviously with the stand, we can make a nice path and everything around it. So I will catch up with you at exactly the 8-hour mark, or before I finish, which I doubt. And if it's at the 8-hour mark, we'll see exactly what is left. But we are about to start page 448, step 716. Now, this is the first time of me actually checking how many pages are left. So, 533. The stand finishes, by the looks of it, at 529. 531. 532, looks like you make them, add the minifigures, and then it does look like it clips in. Now, I am purposely not going to clip it in, only because I need to check out the size of this stand compared to the actual custom stands that you can have. With this one, I don't think it's going to matter too much, but I want to potentially put the other ships, he says, like the Razor Quest and the UCS Falcon, UCS Razor Quest as well, on the custom stands. And ideally, this probably should match, because it would look quite nice if it did match. But if this will rest on the stand, so we can get an understanding of how tall it would be off the ground, that'd be fantastic. I can do the unboxing video with it on that stand, and then we can go from there. But yes, so I might be missing 1 pin at the very, very end, but I think that's fair enough. Yeah, wish me luck. Timer is paused, and bag 15 is done. However, I wanted to show you how much of a nightmare this is going to be. So you have 3 Technic pins. This might look familiar from another UCS set. Now that has to go in there. Now it does all line up, so it all lines up nice and easy. But what's going to happen is when I go to push this, it's all going to break and fall apart. So I don't know where to hold it from and what the easiest way of doing it is, but I will figure it out. But yes, the thing is absolutely gigantic. Right, that one is in, and I lie, that actually went in nice and smooth. Look at the detail on this thing now. All the stickers have been added, everything else has been done. So all I've got to do is build the opposite side, and I've got to get the stand built in the next 15 minutes. Right, we've just hit the 8-hour window. We're right at the end of bag number 16. One of the pieces I've just pushed together has gone absolutely flying somewhere underneath one of these tables. So I'm done. I'm not going to do any more. You will see the complete finished product in the unboxing video when that comes around, but at least you get an idea of just the scale and how massive this thing actually is. Now, to make you laugh, I said I got a delivery. Crawl under the table quickly. There we go. So that is what's happened. It smashed the 3-in-1 coaster. There's the box, tipped straight over. That is literally now in 100 pieces. That will be dealt with at a different time in a different disaster video as we crawl back underneath the table. But one final look at this thing. It does look very, very impressive. The green's really, really nice. Apart from that one issue with the door on both sides, it's just too fragile with the Technic and you can't push it in hard enough. I think I probably would have just ended up smashing it against a wall like I did with the Falcon if I wasn't doing this as a challenge, to be honest. There's 1 or 2 bits and pieces with this that I just need to sort of line back up again and just get the stickers level and all that kind of thing. So they're perfect. They're not. So I just need to spin them round. Obviously, like I said, I was doing it as quick as I can just for a little bit of fun. But it is what it is. So guys, I hope you have a lovely Christmas, because this is obviously supposed to be a Christmas special, so it's supposed to be just a little bit of fun. And like I said, this will be done in the unboxing video. Now, if you are watching this on the day of the upload, I will be going live as a Christmas special with Jay's Toy Collection UK over on his channel, dressed up as something stupid, more than likely. I have no idea what it's going to be about, but it is going to be a special one, and that means it's going to be a fun one as well. In the comment section below, let us know if you are watching this back from the future, if you managed to get yourself any Lego sets, big or small, it doesn't matter. Let's be honest, this is just a complete and utter disaster site of anything, small sets and large sets, but we are getting there. So between Christmas and the New Year, all of this is going to be tidied. So this is going to be the next upload. So everything that you're seeing now, all the boxes are going to be flat packed. I'm going to try and get the room and everything all back together. We started to tuck into it at the back, so you can see where we've managed to do little bits and pieces. And I really do want to get tucked into the unboxing area as well, because I have got an idea of getting some different, sort of like a different backdrop, just get an angle, but I need to fix the leaking roof first, which is a right pain, but that will be done, that will be done. So last look at this, like I said, this will be completely finished off this episode now, and we will just get it open for the unboxing video. To be fair, I might do a comparison video with the smaller version, just so you guys and girls can see it, because this has been out a while. But with regards to the scale of this thing, so if you want to have another look as it's side on, it is literally, the length is a width of an IKEA table. And in fact, it overhangs with the guns at the front, and then you can just see how big it is from side to side. So it's near enough a full table wide, I would imagine. But when we get it into one of these tables over on this side and have a better look at it in an episode or two's time, we will see exactly what is what. And what I do is I'll spend this evening doing a little bit of research whether to open up bag number 17 for the stand, or get one of the custom acrylic stands to match what will eventually be the UCS Falcon and the UCS, maybe the UCS Razor Quest. There's no point doing that for the 8080, even though that would look quite smart as well, but we'll worry about that as a different date, because they're not even here. I haven't even ordered them, but this has not put me off doing it. The Falcon, like I said, I did genuinely break on the live because it was just a pain in the backside. I don't get on with Technic and Lego pieces. You do have to be careful with this one when you're putting certain bits and pieces together, but I think it's there or thereabouts okay, and they do look very nice and effective on the inside. So it's got room for quite a lot of minifigures, even though for some reason you do only get two. So you've got a seat there, another seat there, another, so they could have given you at least one more minifigure, so you could put the minifigures in it, but no, they just gave you two for a stand. Like I said, I have come straight from work, as I said, so I am now going to have a shower. I spent far too long up in here. I am rather cold as well, so I'm going to order myself a takeaway because I'm starving. And again, guys and girls, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful Christmas. Keep your eyes peeled for all of the uploads between Christmas and New Year. Hopefully it keeps you entertained. But again, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic, as I've just knocked over one of the troopers on the floor. Told you, anything I touch I break. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da. I can't leave you hanging like that. It's done, it's finished. We are the following day. I'm in the process of doing a disaster series. You've already seen how it went on the stand. So if you want to see how it actually got finished, you're going to have to watch the next disaster upload, which is still a Christmas special. Lots of things have been smashed, so not gone well. Stand looks amazing. The minifigures are there. It's all there. There's not a single piece missing. The doors and everything work, so we're all good. So they all open up and close. You've got balls for days. You've got big ones, small ones, short ones, saggy ones, whatever. They're all over the place on this thing. So you've got 6 of them. So 1 on each wing, 2 at the front, and then obviously you've got these as well. So they will be a full-blown unboxing video. But in all seriousness, guys and girls, I hope you have a lovely Christmas. Like I said, this should be, in my head, this should be being uploaded on the Saturday night. Then you've got Christmas Eve on the Sunday, and then Christmas Day is on the Monday. So in the comment section, if you do stumble across this video from the future, let us know what you managed to pick yourself up, and if you have got yourself any 2024 sets, depending on how far in the future you're watching. But again, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll see you next one. Ta-da.